What if the biggest lie in your life is the one you tell yourself every day? What if the truth you are afraid to face is the only thing that can set you free? More than 2400 years ago, one man dared to ask questions that shook an entire civilization. His name was Socrates. People admired him, people feared him, and eventually people decided he had to die. But before his final moment, Socrates revealed a truth so powerful that it still changes humanity today. A truth that most people spend their entire lives running from. And today, you are about to hear it. The most dangerous man in Athens. Socrates never claimed to be wise. In fact, he often said, I know that I know nothing. But strangely, this made him wiser than everyone else. Why? Because most people think they already know everything. But they never question their beliefs. They never question their fears. They never question themselves. Socrates did. And he encouraged others to do the same. He walked through the streets of Athens, asking simple questions that exposed hidden ignorance, questions that made powerful people uncomfortable, questions that forced people to think, and that was his crime. Why people fear the truth? Human beings love comfort. We love familiar stories. We love believing we are right. But truth doesn't care about comfort. But truth doesn't care about the ego. Truth only asks one thing. Are you willing to see reality as it is? Most people aren't. Because reality can be painful. It can destroy illusions. It can challenge identities. It can force change. And change is scary. That's why people often attack the person who reveals the truth instead of facing the truth itself. Socrates understood this deeply. The trial of Socrates. Eventually, powerful leaders accused Socrates of corrupting the youth. They claimed he was dangerous. They claimed he questioned too much. But the real problem was simple. He made people think. And people who think for themselves are difficult to control. During his trial, Socrates had a chance to save himself. He could have apologized. He could have stayed silent. He could have stopped asking questions. But he refused. Because of Socrates living without truth was worse than death itself. The truth you fear. Then came the question, why are humans so afraid of truth? Socrates believed the answer was simple, because truth begins with self-examination, and self-examination is uncomfortable. Many people spend their lives blaming others, blaming circumstances, blaming society, blaming fate. But Socrates asked, have you examined yourself? Your fears, your habits, your weakness, your excuses, your hidden desire, because the hardest truth is never about the world. The hardest truth is about ourselves. And that's the truth most people fear. The unexamined life. One of Socrates' most powerful statements was, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Think about that. He wasn't saying life has no value. He was saying that life becomes meaningful only when we understand ourselves. Without self awareness, we become prisoners. Prisoners of habits, prisoners of fears, prisoners of social expectations, prisoners of opinions. But when we examine ourselves honestly, we become free, and freedom begins with truth. The final moment. The court found Socrates guilty. His punishment was death. He was ordered to drink poison hemlock. His friends were heartbroken. His students were crying, but Socrates remained calm. Why? Because he had spent his entire life preparing for this moment. A man who has faced truth no longer fears death. He fears only living dishonestly. And so, with peace in his heart, he drank the poison, not as a defeated man, but as a free man. The lesson for today: more than 2400 years later, the world has changed, technology has changed, society has also changed, but human nature remains the same. We still avoid uncomfortable truths. We still chase distractions. We still fear looking within. And that's why Socrates still matters today. His message was never about ancient Greece. His message was about your life, your choices, your courage, your willingness to face reality. So before you move on, ask yourself one question. What truth am I avoiding right now? Maybe it's a fear, maybe it's a dream, maybe it's a habit, maybe it's a decision you have been delaying. Whatever it is, face it. Because the truth you fear may be the very truth that transforms your life. And remember, the unexamined life is not worth living. If Socrates' wisdom opened your mind today, don't stop here. Watch part 5 next, where we uncover another powerful lesson that challenged the foundations of human thinking. The journey gets even deeper. If this message resonated with you, like this video, comment below what truth are you ready to face. Subscribe for more timeless wisdom from Socrates, philosophy, and life-changing ideas. And remember, wisdom begins when we have the courage to question ourselves.